Bet the Farm, indeed. What a weekend that is coming up. The Fatal Fury weekend, night 1, New York City and Friday, and then night 2, Saturday in Riyadh.
So it's funny. When Turkey LSG's got into the game, people were apprehensive.
Changed everything.
Look at the weekend the dude put together.
By the way, like Eubank and Ben was His Excellency too.
Yeah.
Like that's part of it. So here's another thing for context, right? Do you know when he got into boxing officially? Doug said this.
No.
December of 2023. Like he just got in and changed
Completely
everything.
just changed
You could
everything.
say he's the Nolan Brothers of
He's like, hold my Fanta.
Yeah.
And then,
well, it's like when they first came out, they're like, all right, here's a bunch of money. What can he do? And he's like, oh, I'm just going to revolutionize everything.
Yeah, and put every major fight together.
I mean, it's really incredible. Not only that, like, all right, dude, so you get $65,000 for Eubank Ben, right, with non-title fight.
What do you think New York City's doing?
It doesn't
what
matter.
Do you think
He
Riyadh's doing?
put a fight in Times Square.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell are we talking about? That's so crazy.
Unbelievable.
And the fights are really good. So let's go down the list. We will talk a little bit about what bets we like, why we like them, and then we will put together, as always, the Super Sucker Bet Parlay.
So, yeah, it's been a long time since I've liked bets on events as much as I've liked these two. So we start off, we got Teo.
Can I just go on record saying I'm less excited? I'm a little more apprehensive than the two of you.
No, you can give your... Sorry.
Okay.
You can give your piece when it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Mark, you have the
But
floor.
I was talking.
You have the floor.
So it's Teo and Barboza to start. We got Teo at... so I'm not wearing my glasses.
Oh, we got... All of a sudden now it's we.
No, me and Rob. Yeah, me and Rob got. Yeah, third wheel. What is minus 225? I literally can't fucking see it, guys.
Yes,
And I'm
minus
not allowed to check. My
Shit,
phone's in phone jail,
I thought
so I
made-
can't fucking tell.
Yes.
I thought I made it big enough for you.
Mark
over
is
there.
like
I can't
I'm blind.
see
Mark's
shit.
worse than me.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I got it, Mark. So Teo, this is money line.
I can move the poster
Teo's
close to you if you want.
minus 225.
No, I'm
Barbosa's plus 180. If in picking a fight, I do like Teo. We all the trifecta, the whole trinity.
It's a softer lean than some of the other ones. But
Barbosa's good.
We do like Teo in that fight.
So
I strongly believe Teo is going to win in a very game opponent against a very game opponent.
Teo reminds me a bit of Eubank in the sense that like Liam Smith had no right to knock out Eubank coming up from 154. That Kambosa win is just such an anomaly. It's like Hearns and Barkley, where Kambosa's good. He's good. He's not great. And the reason people know Kambosa is because he somehow beat and boxed up a Teo. But I think that's such an anomaly. I do think Teo beats Barboza. Barboza like scares me a little bit, but I do love that line. So we're going Teo money line.
So
minus
next we got Garcia and Romero. So
you might not like this one.
Yeah. So it's funny. So I think Garcia's got this at minus 900. Obviously, prohibitive favorite. Matt likes the over, and it's either 6 or 6.5.
6.5.
Yeah. So over 6.5 at minus 125.
So yeah. So let me break this down a little bit. First of all, Rolly is a live dog.
Yep.
Ryan's been out of the game because he's a juice head, allegedly caught. No big deal. Rolly is being slept on. He's good. Like Rolly is not good on a microphone.
I think that's honestly so.
I'm not kidding. You're right.
My bias against him is hearing him talk. I'm like, this fucking guy.
Yeah, I know. But he can punch like a motherfucker, and he's good.
I saw an interview of him and Ryan, and he's like, Ryan, I know you more than you know you, and he's like, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, Ryan's
like,
kinda
I
good
don't
on the
know what
mic,
you're
that's the
talking
difference.
about. He's like, it sounds like you're in love with me. Are you in love with me? And he like couldn't walk his way out
Ryan,
of it.
unfortunately,
Raleigh by the end was like, fuck,
quick
I might
with
be
it.
in love with this man. Like I don't know.
So this is what I'll say. Here, this is the most dangerous bet by far. Is the odds makers nailed the line. But I do want to bet on this fight. I do believe it ends in stoppage. If you look at both their records, their knockouts
are later rounds.
They're
right at
just
6.5.
later.
Yeah.
Now, I fell for this trap I bet the over on Tank and Ryan. I think that was like 8, and it ended like in the 7th round or what have you.
We were half round shy.
So this one is a trap. I do like it going over because I think people are sleeping on Rolly. The concern is I don't think Rolly's going to knock out Ryan. I do think Ryan's probably going to knock out Rolly.
It's just when.
I think it'll be later. I think Rolly's good enough to survive long enough and give him hell at spurts. I am picking it and sticking it. I'm going with the over 6.5 rounds, and that line is minus 125. That's the sexiest bet, I think, for that fight.
All right, so we got Haney Ramirez. We like Haney by decision, minus 390.
Yes. So, all right, so...
I like this bet a lot.
This is my favorite bet on the card, by a country mile.
Yeah.
So, Haney, I don't know if you heard, cannot punch his way out of a wet paper bag. He has no power. Like, he doesn't knock people out. Ramirez has never been knocked out, obviously. He's 2 losses, decision losses. You know, he went the distance with Barboza. Also, additionally, Ramirez is a true 140. Haney's only had 2 fights at 140. He's a 35er. You know, 140 is where all the money is. He didn't have crazy power at 35. He has even less power at 140. I don't know how much he's recovered from the Ryan fight, the Garcia fight to begin with, you know, from trauma, what have you. That fight is going the distance. Devin Haney is winning a decision. There's there's no doubt in my mind.
That's our favorite pick on the
Rob's
board.
scared that Haney's going to accidentally knock him out and ruin the parlay. But Haney, listen, I'm telling you, dude, he's not knocking him out. Whenever I hit the over every time. If you want to be scared of one, be scared of Garcia Romero. That one's scary. This one's not scary. This is a fucking lock. I love this one. So
Bakole,
that's New York.
So now we're in Riyadh. You got Bakole versus the guy. I told Matt, I'm not saying his fucking name because I can't get it right.
Can we give Turkey more credit here again? So just for context, it's not that these fights are close together.
They're Friday and Saturday night.
Friday night in Times Square. You know Turkey is jumping on a Concorde, if those still exist, and just immediately jet-setting to Riyadh.
Yeah.
The next day. To put together a card like this the next day is just so bananas. So, yeah, Ajagba. Ajagba is good. He's not great. He's very good. He's very good-ish.
Bakole's
a monster puncher if you just stand directly in front of him. I think with... Jared Anderson there, he just caught a great opponent that I don't think he's as good as we thought or hoped he might have been.
You know what he reminds me of? It's like Remy Sokoju.
Oh, yeah. I was like, at first, no way at all. But yeah, that's fair. Where he's like catches lightning in a bottle. Yeah, he's a big-time puncher if you stand in front of him. The difference with Bakole and Sokoju did it twice back-to-back. So I believe that Sokoju was like the next coming.
Yeah, but it's like Houston Alexander did it too, and nobody thought Houston... They're like, his time's coming.
Houston Alexander knocked out guys that weren't great. Sokoju knocked out Shogun and Little Nog.
He knocked out Keith Jardine, who was coming off a win of Chuck Liddell, when Chuck still kind of had it.
It didn't age as well.
Anyway.
But listen, I love your breakdown. Yeah. That's awesome. But Sokoju, Little Nog never got knocked out, and then he knocked out... Was it Shogun, right?
Shogun,
and that's insane. Yeah. So, no, but that is fair. But if you stand in front of Bakole, he can knock you out.
But this is our underdog hot chicken pick of the week.
I love this one. Plus 310 he's a massive dog. Look, he's 6'6", and he's not insanely mobile. He's mobile enough. He's a big, strong 6'6". Bakole is coming off an embarrassment of a fight. He was just so egregiously fat. By the way, we're not that far removed from it. Not only the knockout, but also is this a guy that's going to come in super svelte? Because I don't think so. I love Ajagba in this fight. That's the underdog pick by a country mile as well.
Bakole's going to come in looking like birthday cake.
I think he is, and I think Ajagba is going to box him up a little bit and knock him out. I think he's going to knock him out.
All right, the next fight. So Badou Jack versus our Armenian friend.
You want to take that one, Rob?
Mikaelian.
I don't have it in front of me. Luckily,
Mikaelian.
Mikaelian.
Anyway, Badou Jack is older than I am. I liked Badou.
He's great.
I thought he was. I liked his style. Very similar to the way we train guys. Nothing flashy. He does his fundamentals really fucking well. He's old as shit. I think they handpicked this opponent, and I still don't.
At 41 years old, I thought Badou Jack lost to Richard Rivera, Popeye there.
Yeah,
and that was a split. I didn't think he won that fight, and that was a couple of years ago now. He looks so past it. And as Watertonians, Mark and I, being part of the second densest Armenian population,
we have to bet on the Armenian.
We got to go with our Genj, which means youth in Armenian, which is like your boy. What up, Genj?
Do you guys think this goes to the cards, or is there a knockout that happens?
I don't know enough about this kid.
And Jack's pretty durable, dude. I think it goes to the cards, but I wouldn't bet. What? Do you see a prop in there?
No, I'm saying if it goes to the cards in Riyadh,
that's fair.
Jack.
It's Jack. Jack literally lives in Abu Dhabi. He is a Muslim. I would say that it definitely favors him. But even then, I don't see. I think he's going to get boxed corner to corner. He's old. I mean, he's old, 41 with miles on him, and he didn't look great before. And now, with that being said, I thought Rivera beat him in a fight that didn't matter at all, and they gave it to Jack on name alone. But I do think Jack loses this fight. We got 2 left in Riyadh. We got Munguia and Canelo, both of which are not worth talking about. So I'll let Mark talk about it.
No, Munguia at minus 900 for a parlay builder. Yeah. I fucking love that fight. He's terrifying. He's one of the scary dudes.
Here's the thing. He's another guy. Listen, he's not a scary dude. He's not. But they're protecting him as if he were. So he's known for basically going the distance and surviving with Canelo, which he pretended was a win. What they're trying to do is build him back in so they can give him, not a Canelo rematch, but they could throw him in with, Bivol, Benavidez, Beterbiev, some of those guys, because he's in and around those weight and he's a name.
So for the folks at home again, so I said Munguia is going to win the fight. Matt said, I agree, but you're an idiot, and here's why.
No,
so
he's not scary though. Listen, what I'm saying is they gave him the right guy. They gave him a guy he's going to beat.
He's a fucking... He's good. It's an automatic parlay builder for me. The Canelo fight, honestly, so that's the only one. At minus 4,000, you're not going to see a lot of value, but it's a super sucker bet parlay for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
If you're going to roll the dice,
we don't
roll
call
all
it the
of
lock
them, dude.
of the week.
So anyway, you got Teo, money line.
Yep.
You got Garcia, over 6.5. Mm-hmm. You got Haney by decision.
Yep.
You got
Ajagba.
You got the Armenian. You got Munguia, and you got Canelo, plus 2,555. 100 wins you 2,555. But guys, 1,000 wins you 25,550.
I think you have to be an idiot not to do $1,000. So if this parlay doesn't hit, the traps are the Garcia Romero over,
and maybe the Teo fight.
No.
Yeah,
I like a lot of this. I guess Badou Jack winning a BS decision.
So I talked about how much
he crushes your soul.
We fucking love this. So, but again, you pick. So if you individually bet all those, I like those bets.
Okay, I do like all of them. The one bet that I suggested is the one I'm most weary of. It is Garcia Romero over. I do. The thing is, the line, there's just nothing sexy.
There's not
so
a
you
lot
have
of
to find
value
sexy.
at Garcia minus 900.
I think what you're going to do, I think that bet hits, and I think you hold your breath for 7 rounds. You know what I mean? And just pray Garcia doesn't erase him with a left hook or Rolly catches him with a right hand. And Rolly's pretty durable. He tends to get up. And again, Bakole is a favorite for a reason, but I think it's that boogeyman stuff. He's the scary guy, but he's lost a little of that thing.
I just think that
Ajagba is
when it
good.
comes to underdog picks, I fucking like that one a lot.
So plus 2,555, we're in a good spot.
Lock it in, baby.
Yeah, I like it, dude. There's a lot of good individual bets. You're right. I'll give you credit. You're right.
I know.